So I can tell you more about the line. Would you guys like to see?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, absolutely. Okay, so it's going to come with 7 colors and a shading solution, and it looks like this.
Oh, that's such good packaging.
Okay,
So
so
pretty.
it's just like the Harmony microblade. It comes in a box like this. Whoop. Okay, and it has sealed stickers here, so you know if it's been tampered with. It's going to have 7 colors in shades of light to dark, and also with a shading solution so you can dilute the colors. Now, this is a knowledge that you will get from your trainer. I'm not going to go into shading right now. It comes with this color chart as well. Every set has the color chart, and it looks like this. We've got some usage tips and also some examples of your clients. Bring it a little closer so you can see. There we go. It's like a Japanese sushi menu. The examples are there. You just look at it and you kind of get it.
Yeah, no, it's great, Tina. It's really good to see something that reflects all skin types as well and skin tones.
Yeah, it's very confusing for people to understand Fitzpatrick and undertone and color. So it's almost like choosing something with your instinct. We've got color swatches here, and also this tells you the base. The base is more of a color theory thing. It's a yellow base or it's an orange base, but it will help you with that guidance. And also here, there's recommended skin tones. So you can look at the skin tones and understand what to use on a fair client, to a dark skin client, to maybe somebody with pink skin. Yeah. Again, it's just a guide. And this section here tells you what colors that it can cover. For example, can this color cover a pink eyebrow, an orange eyebrow, basically old faded eyebrows? And this section here will represent the colors and the drawdowns.
Yeah, they're really handy. I've been using that myself in my studio. And it's not something that I personally really need to reach for often, but it's been very good to see your perspective on what we should be doing. So yeah, it's very handy when you're unsure to be able to reach for a chart like that.
So for example, someone like me, and this is what you can do with your clients, is you take this, and instead of smearing the color on their skin, you literally will take this chart and you can hold it up to the client, trying to avoid that glare, and figure out where they need to be. Sorry about that glare, guys. I've got a ring light in front of me. So obviously me, I'm going to be like maybe a bold brown, okay?
My favorite color. I love gold brown. It's beautiful.
It's really what people want to see. They want to see the impact.
Yeah, absolutely. They want to see that color there. They don't want to see the half faded result. They want to see the true result.
And that's another thing, is when you use this line, it's not going to be like your previous lines that maybe were a bit weaker and would fade off 30 or 40% right off the get-go. This is going to feel pretty true. So in the beginning, you wouldn't use, for example, this dark color on me, because I'm going to hold all that color. Like Ammy, for you, you're actually here. This is your color, maybe. You know, you could be darker, but off the top of my head, you'd be like a medium brown or even a dark brown. Okay? That's where you would be.
The way I describe it to brow shop customers is other lines you have to pack in like texture, like paint to heal how you want it to. With Perma Blend, you have to tattoo it how you want to see it when they walk back in, because that's how it will look.
Yeah, that's how it will heal. And the colors are very, very true, and they're not ashy.
It's true.
Yeah, it's not ashy at all, which is such a relief.
Yeah, I do find that the redness you do see straight away, if you do see it, it disappears, because I know some customers will be watching this thinking, oh, they look so warm, the darker colors, when they're fresh. But I think it's important for everyone to realize that they won't heal with that intense warmth to them. And that's not how black and white body tattoos heal either, or black and gray. They always look really sepia when they're done, and then they're that ashy, beautiful, true color, that true brown at the end.
Yeah, so don't be alarmed when what you see on the skin. The customer just has to wait a week for the redness to go away, for some of that residual warmth. These colors are built with a lot of warmth.
Yeah.
Because what I noticed in my own microblading work, and what people would tell me and share pictures with me, they were always getting very ashy results. In the skin is so thin and transparent on the face versus the body that you need extra warmth, so then it heals more neutral. Yeah. And everything has been compensated for that. So you don't have to modify any of these colors, guys. These colors require no extra Tina's gold. It's built in. The insurance has been built in, so no modifying, and you don't have to mix them. You can if you want, but I would not start off mixing the colors, just so you can see, how does medium brown truly heal? How does blonde truly heal? Once you see the return of those results, then you could start to incorporate, let's say, making them darker. But as they are, you don't have to. So let me show you some of the colors. Can you guys see that okay?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, first, this is ash brown. Now, ash brown is really a dark blonde. Does that make sense?
I use it on my blonde clients.
Yeah, this is a dark blonde. That would be for anybody who's maybe blonde-ish, doesn't want completely weak blonde eyebrows, needs something, but again, it's a bump beyond blonde. This is gray.
I love that color. Honestly, like, there's literally no other color like that in any other permanent makeup line that I've found.
I was having to mix this color to create it, and now that it's in the line, you don't have to. So this is going to be perfect when you need a scenario where the color needs to be like salt and pepper. Let's say you have a salt and pepper client, a granny, okay? She's got salt and pepper hair, but you can't use taupe and you can't use brown. You use gray.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Like Brodie, I could even see me using this for someone like yourself.
Yeah, I use it on my ashy blonde clients.
Yes.
Really, really beautiful for those clients.
Or Brodie, I could see using this on you.
Yeah,
either
absolutely.
Way. Right? So
lettuce here, I've got a little bit of white in here.
Yeah, so there you can see the comparison. But these are both going to heal more in the neutral and ash undertones. Okay? So this one here, ash, will be more neutral, and this one will definitely be ash. You won't see any warmth come through on that. Again, that's perfect for your salt and pepper people. Okay, this color is blonde. This is what we call a light value color. Can you guys see that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Other colors were being still a bit ashy for me. I wanted a blonde that was really like a golden, like a wheat, that had no presence of ash. So that's what this color is for. And it's perfect for your clients that they use a taupe pencil on their eyebrows. They are the people that will actually use a taupe pencil. This is very rare because it's such a weak color, but maybe they don't wear a lot of makeup. They could be somebody like Brodie, for example. Brodie, do you wear makeup?
No.
No. You've got girls that don't wear makeup. They could be younger, they could be older, but they just want a hint of color. And they're usually fair, and they might have blonde hair. Okay, so this is for those kind of clients that want only a hint of color. Let me know if you have questions along the way.
Of course.
Okay, the next color is medium brown. Now, medium brown is for those people that just want to be in the middle. They don't want a lot, they only want a little hint of color. It's not going to heal ash or warm. It's literally perfectly medium. It's perfect for someone like you even, Ammy. Because people struggle with, what color do I put on someone who has reddish hair?
Yeah.
Well, because you have reddish hair doesn't mean I want to put red eyebrows on you.
Mm-hmm.
I want something that's just in the middle. So this is a perfect neutral medium brown.
Yeah, that's a really beautiful color.
And let me just finish the descriptions for your audience so you can see. This one here is dark brown.
Mm-hmm.
You were just on medium brown, and now we've moved to dark brown. Now, dark brown is about 20% darker than medium brown. So when you want that little more, so like I was saying, Ammy, for you, I would use either medium brown or dark brown. These are the colors that you could carry off.
Mm-hmm.
The next color is bold brown. Now look at bold brown. It is quite saturated, quite deep in color. It's almost like when you eat chocolate and it's that 70% cacao.
Yeah.
I was going to say it looks like that. But...
Yeah, so this color at this, what's called a dark value, does not heal with obvious brown. You don't see that anymore. It looks like dark, dark chocolate, like it looks like this. So that's the color I have on me with my black hairs. It's going to look more black. If someone has brown hairs, it will look more brown. It inherits its surroundings. Does that make sense? So these are the three browns that you're going to use most often. Medium, dark, and bold brown. As an artist, Ammy, don't you find you use the same colors over and over again?
Yeah, I'm always reaching for exactly the same colors. And it's funny because I put the colors in the descriptions of my Instagram posts, and now people are starting to guess what colors I use.
That's
that's
clever.
pretty, like, funny. Yeah, it's great.
Those are the three main colors that you'll use maybe most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how simple the line is. I'm not making 15, 20 colors, warm and dark and cool and neutral. It's just too complicated.
Yeah.
And
I think
confusing.
for people to know as well, they can mix and match them if they want. And like I do mix them with the regular Perma Blend line as well. So yeah, I think people are a little afraid sometimes to maybe just think outside the box a little bit, but you definitely can still mix them with each other if you want to. So
absolutely, this is art. So you do the art the way you feel in your heart, you know?
Yeah,
you can do so many things. Like for example, I could do a eyebrow in medium brown for you. Let's say, Ammy, if you were my client, let's say I want to go with a medium brown and then lay some bold brown strokes in it just to give it that extra bit of dimension and texture. Instead of making it fully dark, start with this as a base, add a little bit this for highlight. Does that make sense?
It's a great way to do things, starting off lighter and wanting to go a bit bolder maybe in the touch-up session.
Yeah, absolutely, because when they come back, they're ready for more, and you haven't done something that you can't back out of, correct?
And that's why we recommend the diluting as well, because it's like you can add pigment, but you can't take pigment away.
And it's the solution that comes with the I Love Ink range the same as the thickening or thinning solution in the standard line, or is it one that's been tailored for you?
It's called thick shading solution. It's called thick, but I don't find it's thick at all.
Yeah.
But it might be a little thicker. It's glycerin, and glycerin is it's like adding water to a watercolor. It dilutes it down.
Yeah.
So it is a little. It sounds kind of contradictory. It's thickening, but it doesn't really thicken it. It just dilutes it.
I find I like the texture it brings to the pigments when I use it. That's what I use it for. It helps keep them wetter as well, and it just makes everything a little smoother.
Yes, absolutely. Totally helps. There's one more color. I'm going to show it to you. This is called Ebony. Ebony is basically my wannabe black.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be careful with black because, as we know, straight black in the skin looks blue over time. So this wannabe black is a mixture of brown and black together, but it's dark enough to really look like a black, but doesn't behave like black.
And is that one carbon based, Tina?
Yes.
Carbon? Yeah. So
yeah, actually,
if using for eyeliner, if someone did want to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I use it for eyeliner all the time. So literally, but this is the only color in this line that I would use for eyeliner besides bold brown,
Yeah.
which is right next to it. Because I really don't do a lot of brown eyeliner. And that's because I have found that people that actually say they want brown eyeliner, they heal, and guess what they want?
Black eyeliner.
They want black eyeliner. They say it's not enough.
Yeah.
Because usually in the makeup market, 95% of eyeliner that's sold is black. People want the black to boost their eyes. They don't really buy brown eyeliner. Just like black mascara. People don't really buy brown mascara. They buy black, so they need that pop. So either of these colors, either bold brown or ebony, can be used for eyeliner. But this one, this is my go-to for eyeliner right here.
Yes, really beautiful color. And I know there's a lot of our clients that are dying for that ebony shade. So
what's the main difference between Perma Blend and I Love Ink?
The main difference is that this line is very simplified and has been customized by me to suit each client skin type. For example, from a Fitzpatrick 1 all the way down to a Fitzpatrick 6. So for example, I found I had to make a blonde. I had to mix colors to create the blonde that I wanted. I had to mix colors to create the medium brown that I wanted. So this is already pre-mixed and ready to go. Perma Blend on its own is an excellent line, but you need to know your mixtures. And again, because I'm one of simplicity, I literally, what I would do with my Perma Blend before is I would take my, let's say, my Forest Brown and my Tina's Gold, mix them in a bottle and have it already labeled and ready to go. Yeah. Because if you have to mix on the spot every single time, you will never be consistent. It's just impossible. It's like making a recipe. You're making cake mix or your spaghetti sauce. It always takes a little different. But if it comes pre-mixed, ready to go, it's going to be consistent. And permanent makeup, the more you can be consistent, the better you will be with your results, whether if it comes to your technique, your mixtures. When they're consistent, they're predictable, which takes the guesswork out of you. So that's the main difference. It's not that there's anything different between the performance. It's just pre-mixed, ready to go, and customized. For example, like I really noticed that I needed warmth in my colors to get the non-ash heels. So all the colors have been pre-mixed to compensate, to fight against ashing or pulling more gray. And also I have the color chart here. So that is like a cheat sheet that is specifically for I Love Ink. So that's the main difference. Plus you get this really beautiful box. Another actually very common question people have is, do they need to do a color correction first before they put on the new target color? So because these are so saturated, whatever you put on top, the skin will then inherit that color directly. So let's say you have a client coming in and she's got old faded orange eyebrows. And they're very soft. Like, for example, they look like a haze, hazy. You can put your color, your desired color directly on top. That's called your target color. You don't have to correct that color first, then put it on. Okay?
Yeah.
So you can go direct.
Yeah, I think people need to realize that the I Love Ink range is so rich and beautiful. And so when people are like, oh, what color is it like in this line? Well, actually, there's not any comparison because it is so rich. So it is quite a different effect, and diluting does give it that softer, more diffused look.